What's up, guys? Welcome to another 10 a day with Jay. Today's topic is kind of personal, really personal, but I figure it was, I guess, kind of associated with yesterday. So if you have watched yesterday's video, then you would have a better idea of what I'm talking about. If not, then just watching this video alone today is just fine. But first, for those of you who have been consistently watching the entire series of 10 a day with Jay, this is number 4, so it's like the 4th 10 a day with Jay video. And since video number 2, I've actually talked about how my glasses have been missing. It is day 3, and I still have not found my glasses yet. So it's actually really quite annoying. Today my father joined in the search. Like, he got home and I was like, "Daddy, have you seen my glasses?" And then he was like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, I've been without glasses for 3 days now." And then he started turning on all the lights and then helping me look in places that I've already actually looked, but you know, it was so nice that he tried to help me out. Normally, like, my dad isn't very interactive with the rest of the family, unfortunately, but it's understandable. I think a lot of Asian dads are kind of like that. I don't know, typically Asian dads, not like American Asian dads. I don't know, but anyway, we're gonna move on to the main topic of the video now. I really wanted to talk about coping with something kind of personal, which is like a form of social anxiety. And I was thinking about it, and apparently yesterday I was very self-conscious about it because yesterday I had to go to a party, right? And it was a birthday party. And even though a lot of the times I don't let it show, I don't ever let it show how, what is this like refocusing thing? I don't really usually let it show how uncomfortable I am in a social setting, because one person being uncomfortable may lead to a whole bunch of people being uncomfortable, and that's just not fair to the other people. That's how I feel about it anyway, so I try not to let it show too much because it's so personal. Like, you really should deal with it yourself. Anyway, yeah, I found myself like greeting Grace's dad or mom, and like I greeted them but I didn't look them in the eye, and to me, I feel it's kind of rude for me to do that, but it's like, and then the moment passes and then you can't be like, "Oh, let me do that again." So then you just let the moment pass, and you really hope that they don't think that you're rude, and then you move on and just, you know, try to be as nice as possible the rest of the time. So it's something that I feel that bothers me quite a lot in really big social settings, big social gatherings. It makes me feel very self-conscious. But that aside, so I get very, very self-conscious of people staring at me, or just like, I don't know, I think it's a little bit hard to talk about. Yeah, usually when I was younger, I used to always really worry when people stared at me. And then now I find myself like doing all these things which actually make people stare at me more, but in a way it sort of like makes me feel, I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but like, okay, like for example, one thing which actually makes people stare at me more nowadays is me wearing purple contacts, right? Can you see them? Or having like colored hair and other stuff like that. I never used to be brave enough to do these sort of things, because I figure, you know, anything I do that's extraordinary, people are gonna stare at me even more, and then I'm gonna feel worse. So try your best to blend in, be visible, you know, as much as possible. But no matter what I did, people stared at me anyway. And so I decided I'm just gonna do what I want. People are gonna stare at me anyway. And then so I know it helps me feel a little bit better. Like, it actually gives me a reason. Like, it makes me feel people are staring at me because I have purple contacts. So I can understand why they're staring at me. And then I don't feel so bad about people staring at me, or like people are staring because of my hair, or you know, things like that. And so in a way it makes me feel better. Like, stare away, it's fine, I understand there's weird things about me that you can stare at, so go ahead. It used to be so bad, like if people stared at me, and then as soon as I could, I would find a bathroom to go check myself in the mirror, like, what's wrong with my face? There's got to be something wrong. Is there something wrong with what I was wearing? Is something out of place? And I did that a lot, like, you know. So, and I carried a pocket mirror with me, just so I could check my face if someone stared at me. And I was so, like, insecure, and there was a very major reason that triggered all of this. It's a very upsetting reason to talk about, so I won't, because there's no point. So it's like, I'm just gonna talk about having to deal with what I have to deal with now. And but it's only recently that I started doing these things. I only started wearing contacts about 6 months ago, around May, maybe. Yeah, May last year, so 6-7 months now. And I started dyeing my hair only 2 years ago, and that was for was it for the fan meeting? For BTS? No, it was for the Wings tour. Or was it for a fan meeting? I don't remember it, but it was so that I could have the same color hair as Namjoon, I think. Well, I can't really remember. But anyway, so BTS has made me braver in one way. And there have been so many times where they've helped me so much. Like, for example, because I travel alone a lot, like to other countries, and you know, it's nice like when you're overseas and then you're a tourist. I think people know that maybe, and it's like I'm invisible, which is nice, but some of the times I do get scared, you know, traveling alone. So I had like a pocket buddy with me, and it was so comforting a lot of the time. Like, if I felt nervous, or if I felt like I just needed a tiny bit of reassurance, I would reach into my bag, and in one of my bag zip pockets there would be this BTS Jin doll. It is a doll that's issued by Big Hit. I didn't mean to say issued, I think it was more like a doll that was just created by Big Hit, and all the different BTS members had their own, and they were represented by like different animals. And those of you who are newer fans, I'm not sure if you know that or not, but they're called Hip Hop Monsters. I don't know if you can still see like the tiny BTS logo. That's it. Okay, so the Jin one is a fox, and I bought the Jin one because he looked the prettiest. So even though my bias is Namjoon, but it's like whatever. I want to carry around a doll that I actually really like, and Namjoon's doll looked like a duck. I'm not into ducks, and I don't want to carry a duck looking thing around, so I got the fox. The fox is cute. And Jungkook's one's a little bunny, and J-Hope's one's got this really long head, so it was weird. But he went with me to several different countries, and then I actually had like their own Instagram account. And then when I actually got a Jungkook one next, and then when I bought a Namjoon one, and then in the different countries, like in Seoul or wherever else, like there were little stories. I would take them to the park for like all the cherry blossoms, and then I would say, oh, Minijin and Junie on a date, that kind of thing. So it was really cute, and it gave me something to focus on, and I was less like self-conscious in another country, and it was great. It was so great. It's always like a distraction, just so you're not so aware of your environment, if it's hostile, if it's even if it's friendly. Sometimes friendly can make you uncomfortable. So I found this to be great. It's like a friend in your pocket that you can carry around with you, and it's so wonderful. But you know what? I realized that I've actually exceeded the 10 minutes already, and I don't want to exceed too much, so I'm really sorry if this has become like 12 minutes today with Jay. I might continue talking about it tomorrow. If you guys would love to hear more about it, you can let me know in the comments. If this is a difficult topic or too depressing of a topic for you, then let me know as well, and I won't continue it. Otherwise, I would love to hear your stories as well about how you may cope with this sort of thing. It doesn't have to be associated with BTS, and let's try to stick to the topic. If you have some sort of social anxiety, and let me know how you deal with it. I don't want it to turn into a topic about how BTS helps you in your daily life, because this is not like that. So yeah, let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.